What is happening? J Game Dude here with some more Final Fantasy XIV, and this time we're moving along the MSQ a little bit more. I feel like I think I've been playing Final Fantasy XIV for maybe the past month and a half. Jesus Christ, that's all. There's probably like it isn't the most amount of time I put into any single game so far, because White Knight Chronicles definitely took that and really like smushed my head into the amount of time that I actually put into it. I feel like the amount of time I'm putting into this game is a lot less thanks to Road to 80, but I digress. I am going to be moving through a bit more of the MSQ. But before I get into it, damn, gotta wait. But yeah, before I get too into it, I do want to unlock the final, what was it? Alliance raid as part of the Nier series of raids, because I'm so close to unlocking that last one that I figured I'd do that before I move on with the MSQ, and just have that kind of wait around in the background until we have enough people, because it takes a while to actually jump into an Alliance raid that's not part of MSQ. Actually, you know what? None of them are part of MSQ. It's only the Crystal Tower ones that are. But anyway, let's teleport our way to... Might just be easy if I go journal. To make amends, that's the one. And I think I'm pretty close to unlocking that last Alliance raid. I'm just checking now, actually. That's, that ain't it, Chief. I go to the bottom. Yeah, I'm pretty close. Pretty close at the moment. Let's get on. I had some legitimate gamer moments doing the what was it? The Omega Savage raids. Holy crap, that was hard. I am glad, like, me and like that, the fact that I managed to get a bunch of us random people together to actually manage to do that. But we didn't do the whole series in Savage. We only did AlphaScape 4.0, AlphaScape 4.0, all the 4.0 ones. So AlphaScape, DeltaScape, and SigmaScape. God Kefka was pretty easy. I thought he was going to be a lot harder. But Omega, though, at the end of AlphaScape 4.0, which is the hardest one, that was insane. Oh crap, what am I doing here? Should be going to here instead. Puppet's entrance, yep. Now, how far do I need to travel? Oh, he's just right there. Now, come to think of it, what does the party finder look like? I'm just checking to see if anyone else wants to do the same stuff that I want to, but doesn't look like it. Doing Eden on Savage is going to be very hard. Oh crap, sorry, I'm free company. What am I doing? Here we go. Oh, is that the destination that we need to wait in? Bunker. After playing through all of this for the first time, like, it's wild how much of Nier you can kind of like put into a single even if it like, it doesn't even feel like a crossover. It is a crossover, but it doesn't feel like a crossover. It almost feels like you're actually playing through a Nier game, albeit that it's just got the gameplay of Final Fantasy 14, but with the locations, characters, and a very similar presentation style, and also remixes to themes from Nier, which is absolutely incredible. Like the music in Nier is just top notch, without a doubt. Getting tricked by 2P and then 2B coming in and finding out that 9S is kind of knocked out, and then there's some other stuff going on. How much further do we need to... Oh, we need to go to pretty much the alien ship, okay. The boss at the end of this, the puppets... What was it called again? The puppet something or other. It was called Puppet's Bunker, yeah. The boss at the end. I will be honest, I didn't expect to see, that sort of ball of... that's just orb of just bodies, pretty much. That was unexpected, but a welcome, like... A very, like, it was welcome. Unexpected, but it was great. Like, I absolutely loved it. Longing archived. Oh yeah, you can archive random junk that you come across in here. Exit to the mount. Exit to the mountains. Nah, don't want to exit just yet. Oh, even yours right here. Okay, now we need to go into the alien ship. Which just beyond here is like kind of where we went into the final boss of that particular Alliance raid. When we need to go up this corridor, and then it's at the end. Where the boss is. After being told, oh, like the whole sort of Nier backstory of like aliens creating robots in an attempt to destroy, creating copies of androids that they're attempting to fight, and the Yoha androids are fighting their copy of androids of like 2B, 9S and all the rest of it. That's wild. It's wild, it's crazy, and I love it. It's such a fun time, holy crap. But I think compared to most of the other like series of every series of Alliance raids I've done so far, this has been the most story intensive and the longest, I feel like. As time has gone on, those Alliance raids have become more and more story intensive, for sure. Ah, there it is. What is Kanog up to? Alright, what's happening here? Oh, we're seeing the past? Hold on, but what of? Oh, his past. Canog and Anog. Okay, so he was always the type to run off and just do random junk. Which has got us in this goddamn situation. A war between androids was discovered by these lot. Wait, so what just happened? Okay, so there's Canog. What happened to Anog? Just slowly waking up, just having a look around, getting a bearing of his, like, getting his bearings pretty much. Looking around, okay. Wait, okay, so that's... hold on, but there's no way that she got crushed. At least I don't think so. Because it doesn't look like she did. Her gloves are there, she's not responding. That looks like a really deep chasm. For sure that looks like a deep chasm. Still no answer. So he's walking across the bottom of the chasm that we were just looking at, and then there's Anog's head. Okay, that might be a bit much. I get that that might be a bit much. What else is going on here? A rat? What are rats doing down here? I smell a rat much? Okay, so where does this cave lead exactly? I don't think Anog by herself could actually, make a massive cave that big, let alone the chasm that she fell in. Oh, it's that white orb. Okay. I wouldn't be able to explain it properly myself, but this is running very much into Nia territory. Very much into Nia territory. Is it though? What the heck? Okay. That's... So, what do we make of this? Is this that... So this is the orb. This is the same one that we saw in the vision. Interesting. It's probably better to kind of let it out slowly. So it was all because of Anog that this happened. Better to kind of go back and regroup. That might be the better thought pattern here. Better than to say that we just outright can't stay here. The whole like sort of white and black outfit between like 2P and 2B is kind of the exact same difference between Kanog and Anog. Now where's the chief? Chief is just outside. Let's give him a bell. Halatali. 初めてです。作り方。こうしてお願いします。So he's just wanting to clear it for the first time. Okay, that's interesting. Someone wanting to clear Halatali for the first time. I mean, typing is already slow enough using a PS5, let alone doing it like in Japanese where I need to think about what I'm typing in. I bet most people are playing on PC anyways, I think. For the most part. I wouldn't be surprised. I wonder what the split would be between like PlayStation and PC. Mostly on PC and then a little bit in a little bit on the console side. So I'd be like on the weirder end. I'm thinking about just like putting Final Fantasy 14 down just for a little bit, just to take a bit of a breather and then maybe play something a little bit different. But still doing like, you know... Actually, you know what? I want to do that after I finished Endwalker and the additional MSQ post Endwalker. So once I've hit the last part of the MSQ, I feel like that is the time to walk away and kind of play something a little bit different in between while still doing my daily leaves. It also kind of sucks that there isn't really any sort of voice acting to listen to during this time. And, you know, you kind of just have to read everything. Now we're just kind of like still trying to look over the two. Let's throw in a little bit of sarcasm and say I'm going to scar him for life potentially. Yeah, probably. Gee, thanks for the actual vote of confidence. Much appreciation, yeah? Alright. Just going to talk to... Let's make our way to them tunnels. Excavation tunnels, yeah. And then run into here and talk to Kanog. Just on the ground. He's just laying on the ground looking upwards. Like, that's when you know you're kind of in a rough place. Is when that's how you resort to kind of, you know, cooling yourself out. See, I don't even know if it's such a good idea to make light of the situation. Which way am I going? Jesus. I'm like walking into a wall and thinking, yeah, I'm gonna go through the wall. That's where the exit's gonna be. Like hell it's gonna be. But I'm definitely not looking forward to doing Eden on Savage. I intend to do it. But it's gonna be really hard. Though I suppose it can't be as hard as what it used to be where, like, you know, the max level was 80. Because now with the max level being 90, it's kind of like, you know, gotten a lot easier over time. Ah, right. There should be a cave underneath where I'm at right now. Here we are. Digside Chief. Every time I go to that particular area and I need to look for someone or something, I always keep forgetting that there's actually like a cave directly underneath where I was standing. And that becomes really annoying when you're like, huh, I didn't know that this was here, though I probably should have looked out for it. He just up and disappeared. He's probably going to look for Anog again. I wonder if these are the events that will lead us to crap, what's it called? The tower at Paradigm's Beach, which is actually the name of the Paradigm's Breach, sorry. That's the name of the alliance raid them trying to unlock. I don't think anyone would be inclined to help, given that the entire village got bombed because of the discoveries that, you know, the guys that we're trying to help have made. I love how there's that one dwarf that always says, "We're doomed!" It doesn't look like anyone even knows Seems like no one is really aware of like what's going on, though. In all fairness, I don't think I would expect any of these dwarves to know what's going on. Who would have thought, Chief? Who would have thought that it would take so long to find a single dwarf? An enemy stronghold. There we go. I'm pretty sure it's an enemy stronghold though. Here we go, Brave New World. This is the quest that's going to unlock it. So do we travel all the way into the bunker and then into the alien ship, I wonder? Sounds about right, I think. I think this is where you fight the first boss here. Elevated Detritus. The first boss is here, and then the second one is around here before you head into the bunker. Too bad I can't use my what's it called? Any of my mounts around here. That's probably the only downside to traveling like this sort of insane distance, and it applies to all the areas that you visit in this series of raids, because you can revisit previous areas, just like how I'm doing now. You can go back to the copier facility, for instance. Honestly, it's just cool being able to actually walk around where the actual raid takes place. An exploration mode, if you will, but I realize that there's actually already an exploration mode for certain raids. Not raids per se, but like dungeon runs. For dungeons and stuff. We have to go all the way into the alien ship. Okay. Fair enough. I suppose it's like deeper in there that we're going to be able to see what's going on. Corridor. With the amount of dropping around that goes on in here, like, I'm not more surprised that I'm like not. Well, I'm surprised I'm not losing health, really. I think that might be the most surprising thing. Ah, crap, not there. Oh, 2B's room. Looks pretty plain, honestly. I just saw like the 2B on the next to the door, and I was like, that must be her room. At least I'd imagine that would be the case. Time to jump into the ship. And then to the door. Just outside the boss. But what's this area here? This little bit sticking out. Might actually like go there and see if I can like pick up any items. I imagine there's gotta be something there. Otherwise it wouldn't be sticking out about as much as a sore thumb. I think that's before the actual staircase. On the right hand side. Oh, what is that? Saved message history. What are these archives anyways? I need to look them up. Archives. Doesn't look like there's anything around here. Oh, I can check currents. Where is this portable archive then? Ah. So that's the stuff that I've been picking up. Now, what's going on around here? Is Kanog... Oh, there he is. But he's just on the ground. Wait, what the heck? P. There's a bunch of them. Oh, crap. Anog? I thought we concluded that Anog was the sphere. Everyone's just screeching. So what the heck is going on? Really, Ninus, you don't say that we actually have to get the hell out of here. Place looks like a blade gun about to cave in on itself. So what's happening now? Oh no. I think I've just figured it out. I think that massive tower is the is where the Alliance raid is gonna take place. Otherwise the whole world is going to be consumed. What the heck? I feel like we're going to need an explanation for everything that's going on because there's a lot going on. Especially from Anog's perspective of like Kanog being sort of MIA for like a long time now. We make for the tower. Yep. That sounds like a plan. I think. The tower at Paradigm's Breach. There we go. I'm just gonna duty finder that and sepulture. There we go. Easy. And I'll just continue the MSQ while we wait for that. Puppets Bunker, Unsink, Glam Farm. Okay. Right then. Oh, what the heck's in here? Oh, right. Other collectibles and junk. I mean archive collectibles, whatever they're called. I'm just gonna exit back to Calusia. And we're gonna teleport to wherever the next story bit takes place. So at the moment, as far as story goes, we're post Shadowbringers and we want to get everyone's body back. Or everyone back into their bodies in the original world. The fact that we, the main character, can travel as freely as we like is pretty neat, though. Between the worlds. Also, little Nanimo on my shoulder. God, she looks adorable. Anyway, it's hilarious that she can even do that. It's good. It's good. Alright. And so we've got our expert here who's going to help us with getting our bodies back into, or our spirits back into the bodies of our the original world. When I say our, I mean everyone else's, because mine is alright. Also, we're trying to like help fix those corrupted by light here in this. What was the area called again? That the caretakers are looking after. He may one day recover, but it could take years or decades. That's rough. Let's go with Night World, Silver Peaks. So yeah, we've given a potion to everyone in this area, to the patients rather. In the hopes of fixing their the corrupt light that's actually taking them over. But there's only so much you can really do if you stop blaming yourself for things that happened in the past. And I think Beck Luke knows, feel like she knows that all too well. So now we need to get items. Convince the resulting familiar could help the patients. Okay. So summoning a familiar in the needs of fixing the patients. And particularly figuring out our own situation, or maybe how we can get our spirits back into our original bodies. The Fae folk were a fun lot to deal with. So they're off doing their own thing, and I'm gonna go look for some clay. Good for the soul, indeed. If it was so good for the soul, maybe we could, recover people's back and do all of those sorts of neat things. Oof, clay. I feel like we could go either way. The scavengers at Mordsook deal in rare items. The miners at Twine might have been able to find such an item that we're looking for. Let's go for the miners at Twine. Let's go to Magnus. He did us a solid earlier on in the MSQ. I'm sure he would be happy to lend his wisdom as far as figuring out if we can find the dirt that we're looking for. Though I suppose that's pretty disingenuous just calling it dirt. Magnus. There he is. A coincidence? What are these guys up to? Oh, right. So they were all about trolleys and stuff. And the trolley that they helped us with, at least they managed to repair it after what happened, which was a disaster. Like a giant trolley. You're entitled to your dreams, but that doesn't mean... Going around harassing people, just being like, you know what you can do to make everything work? Just put it in a trolley. Flippin' egg, man. Him in a trolley should get a goddamn room. That's what I'm thinking. Clay from Armorang. Look no further. If anyone can follow... Okay, that's a good sign. Mount Briar Mines. To make it over bricks. Okay. Yeah, I can just slam some coyote brains together and make them tell me where this clay is that I'm looking for. Or look for some clay Aiken, Not all that bad, really. Right. So, super seismic, that's not it, Chief. So where am I and where's... Okay, got it. Easy. Mount Briar Mines. So, probably be easier, I think, for me to fly. It always is. It always is. As long as you've got some level of verticality, you can pretty much go anywhere. I'm surprised at how many people are actually like we've legitimately got 9 people waiting to do the tower at Paradigm's Breach. I mean, myself being among the 9, and there's a total of what, like 24 plays that we need to make it happen. Wait, what's the party finder look like? Puppet's Bunker, Auburn Monastery. Oh, nothing else yet. Okay. Ah, there we go. Destination. How am I too far away? Or maybe it's just because I'm really high up, that's why. Is Sophia EU? Hey, Blackie Melon Slapper. Nah, Sophia is Oceania, so it's in the Materia data center. Still though, the EU data center is pretty far away. I'm pretty sure it's called something else. I suppose you're playing in the EU region, I'd imagine. I think because our data center is pretty underpopulated at the moment. What with it being all new and stuff, I think we've only had it for like what? It's only been around since like end of February, I want to say. And I think that's pretty much when I started playing. Tower Paradigm's Breach sucks to fill outside of prime time since you need gears 80 and up. That's true. I mean, I feel like I'm having a hard time getting, forming a party for Eden's, for the Eden rate at the moment. Whereas like when I did Omega and whatever the one was for Heaven's Ward, like it was so much easier to fill up. Without a doubt, like, and even and also like the coils as well. That was also very easy to fill up. Like that did not take long at all. I feel like the further in you get into the game, like the harder it gets to fill, because you need to pass a certain amount of the MSQ. You need to have particularly leveled gear. You need to there's a lot you need to take in. A particular a minimum item level. Though I feel like I've kind of gone through things fairly quickly. I feel like that's one thing that I feel like I should take note of is... Because, and it took a while to get the right amount of people for Omega Savage. Like when I did O4S, O8S, and O12S. O12S was a bloody nightmare, holy cow. That one took me, that took a while. We died quite a few times. There was a few full party wipes, for sure. I'm not sure if you hit 80 and do some content, you can't get into Paradigm's Breach. You gotta buy some Tombstone gear first. I've got some Tombstone gear on at the moment. Because I think the only class that I've got that's higher than 80 is my 81 Samurai and my 90 Reaper. But I'm focusing on getting, I'm using Elegant Tombstones to get gear for my other classes that I want to level. Because at the moment, I think I've got... So that's my Machinist. My Samurai gear, I think I've got... Yeah, I've got full level 80 gear for that class and no, that's minor, not Reaper. Where's my scythe? Oh no, that's Pugilist. I am blind. Holy cow. Death Scythe and if I just go. Yeah, I've got full gear for that as well. It's so easy to get Elegant Tombstones though. Or Tombstones rather. I keep calling them Tombstones, it's Tombstones. When you do the daily stuff. Speaking of which, I think I actually need to check if I've actually done everything. I think normal raid's the only thing I haven't. Oh, and alliance. Ooh. Maybe later. After the stream. Yeah. But at the end of the day, like, it's very easy to get the tomestones needed to get a full set of gear. Granted, you won't have enough on hand to get a full set of gear because you can only hold a maximum of 2,000 and you need about like 2,100, 2,200 to get a full set of gear. I suppose it shows how much time has passed since I finished Shadowbringers that I'm able to get all of this level 80 gear. I'm looking forward to finishing Endwalker and being able to get some proper level 90 gear and being able to do some of that content. I wonder, Melon Slapper, if you've got any sort of like, if you've ever played any of the Eden stuff, and if you have you tried like the Savage difficulty fights? Because it'll be good to know if you know, if you had like any sort of advice on that one. Endwalker is fun. One thing that I've heard about Endwalker that I've heard, like, you know, people have said in the chat during my streams is that there's going to be a lot of characters from like the different raid storylines and things like that, and so
let us begin.
And so I want to do as much content as I can before I jump into Endwalker, so that I get like all of the characters. I'm like, I know who everyone is and like how cool it is that they appear, and sort of in a very Avengers sort of way where like everyone just kind of comes together for like the sort of final. That may be smart. I mean, again, that's what I've heard. So I want to like, and plus like I'm playing this game more for the story than I am for the actual raid content. I've heard that the story is very good, and the story is bloody excellent. I like, at the end of the day, I feel like that might be the best way to take in whatever is left. Well, you don't want to hurt too much with your spoilers. Yeah, that's true. That's very true. I do want to stay away from spoilers as much as I can. Though I suppose the only downside to the actual side content is when you try and do raids, not a lot of people are doing those raids.
There we are.
If any at all, really. Oh god, is that supposed to be a pig?
Well, it is certainly creative.
Oh, thank goodness that the people in the chat haven't been spoiling too much for me, which I at the very least like very much appreciate. That's nice of them.
Yes,
But also,
yes, I'm no artist. Very funny.
also that pig though.
Pay him no mind, child. Though it may look like a grotesque parody of reality, it is what the invoker believes that matters.
Oh, that is words to live by.
You're not helping.
God damn it.
If successful, this incantation will turn imagination, which is why the only thing of import is what
Some
you
people do
believe
Eden
the
Savage
figure embodies.
still, but they usually do it at 90 unsynced, like for glamour and stuff, because it's hard at 80. Yeah, no, of course, like it is. Of course it would be hard at 80. That's why I want to do the Savage stuff with my 90 my 90 Reaper. But the thing is, I want to finish Endwalker so I can get the level 90 gear with elegant tomestones from Rowena's assistants.
On wings of dreams to touch the skies. What once was idle fantasy, I call forth to reality.
But I also want to see where the story goes with Eden, because like at the end of every expansion, it always hints at like what the raid content is, like what the raid story is. You're queuing as DPS for raids, right? Yeah, I'm queuing as DPS. Honestly, like I'm probably better off going for like healer or tank if I want to do it sooner, but I'm not confident as a healer or as a or as a tank really. It could be worse.
Let us see what can be done.
I mean, things have been pretty bad. Like, it took me a week before I finally managed to do Dunscape. Don't believe the prediction thing it gives you. Nah, not at all. I just, like, queue it up, leave it in the background, however many hours it takes for me to join in, it'll just happen eventually. I'm just trying to stay positive when it comes to it. If you're a tank or healer, you'll get it. 100%. I think my highest level healer is 81 because of my summoner being level 81. So it's Scholar that I've got.
You need but give it a name, and it will do as your heart desires.
You know, people say, I'll do something when pigs start flying. I wonder if that counts as pigs starting to fly. Just a random thought. None of the normal Eden fights are hard that you can't go into alt or something. Go in on an alt or something. Yeah, that's true. That is very true. Going in on as an alt. But still, I do want to prepare. Because the Savage Raid content got extra hard from Omega onwards because of how you're fighting, you know, the actual boss, and then it then turns into a completely different monstrosity altogether. Like when we were fighting Kefka, and then we finally got God Kefka. Once half his health went down, X-Death, and then whatever the second form of X-Death was, I can't remember what it was called, and then Omega, and then that massive robot Omega. That was wild, holy crap. We needed like a full party of 90s to do that, and I think I was the only one at 81 who wasn't a 90. Or maybe we had someone who was level 80 as well. But I did a bunch of it. No Savage though. Oh, let me tell you, the Savage versions of the Omega fights are insanely like cool. Especially the 4th one, 8th one, and the 12th one. I think I'll just. I think. Give me a sec. If I look at the duty finder, because I should point out I haven't done all of them. The ones I did do was, if I go into Stormblood, it is 4.0 Savage. So Delta Skate 4.0, Sigma Skate 4.0, and Alpha Skate 4.0. I guess correction. I soloed one Savage fight in Omega on my Warrior Unsync because. Oh yeah, no, cause like as a tank, it like these fights can be soloed if you're a tank, but yeah, I think that's why I tried to level up my crap, what was it again? I was trying to level up my Gladiator for that reason. It was only because I could cheese that specific fight with my infinite healing. Wait, you can do infinite healing? As a tank? That seems a bit OP, doesn't it? Or am I just like the crazy person? It was the Doom Train. The Doom Train one was Omega. I know this one. It was. I should know this one. It was Stormblood, and it was. No, that was the Guardian. That was the Artist. That was trade. I think it was Sigma Escape 1.0. Warriors have blood drain thingy. I was going like I said, I was wanting to level up one of my tank levels, one of my tank classes, and so it seemed like Paladin was the easiest way to go, which is why I chose Gladiator to level up. But that's at 21 at the moment, and I'm like, but I can't be bothered leveling it up at the moment. I feel like I'm just better off doing like stuff for my DPS classes. And I'm not much of a healer either. But I mean, that's just me as like a player. I prefer the whole DPS rather than, being given any real responsibility. Then just try and do as much damage as I can in a short amount of time. And playing the end of the final few MSQ in Shadowbringers was absolutely brilliant, especially as a Reaper. Savage Omega fights and got wrecked. They've got some of the ones have like a lot of insta wipe mechanics. And Omega Alphascape 4.0 especially, you need to have at least 3 people, like 3 tanks minimum to do that one. Because Omega can absolutely destroy you if you're not prepared. But let me tell you, when it went down to the wire, where everyone was wiped and there was only one level 90 tank versus the second part of the Omega Alphascape 4.0 Savage fight, it was intense. And I think I might still have the actual I wonder if I've still got the video clip. Let me just see if I can go to my media gallery. I think I still have the video of it when we just finished it. It was this one right here, where everyone is wiped and we've just got the one Taylor being the only one left alive. And he's just going absolutely nuts. Oh, and he's about to use Hello World. God, I hated that move so much. Hello World was an absolutely crazy move. You need to be prepared for a move like Hello World. Otherwise, again, most of the classes are going to be absolutely stuffed otherwise. Let me tell you, I had like sweat just going across my face. Should I have streamed that? I probably should have. But then again, it took hours before we had enough people to do it, to be honest. Omega doesn't do that on normal. That's a Savage only thing. Where when you decrease the boss's health by half, it then turns into like a completely different beast. So with Kefka, you can't target him anymore, and then he becomes God Kefka like he does at the end of Final Fantasy VI, and the music changes to the same boss music as when you're fighting him during that time as well. Might be lower population. Nah, it's definitely, like, I think we are the lowest population data center in all of Final Fantasy XIV, and by like a lot as well. Hopefully, like, we do have more people sort of jump in, but fingers crossed. That we get, more people into the game. Hopefully I can get a few friends into it, because let me tell you, I'm having such a good time playing this game. Granted, I do want to take a bit of a break since I've been playing it for nearly 2 months straight. As in, like, not playing any other game for, like, 2 months, but, you know. Sometimes we ought to take a break. Oh, we've got 5 DPS, 3 healers, and 1 tank for Paradigm's Beach at the moment. And for Eden, who knows how many people we've got racked up. There were unofficial all servers on Japanese Data Center, and I think they got tired of this kangaroo speak. I wouldn't be surprised about the kangaroo speak, to be honest. In fact, I don't think a lot of people speak in, like... I could imagine everyone just talking in Aussie accent. Aussie, Aussie, Aussie. Oi, oi, oi. I'm pretty sure I don't actually have that much of an Aussie accent. I'm not even in Oz, so I'm good. But not everyone has moved over, I assume. Nah, I don't think so either. I feel like many people are still in Japanese servers at the moment. I would not have minded actually being in a Japanese server, but just like typing in Japanese is just the only really annoying thing. In Limsa and the crowd of Aussies come hauling in. Oh, that would be insane because they're culturally so different. The Japanese people are incredibly quiet, whereas like Aussies are just absolutely shouting at each other and just like one going down the street and just shouting out, "Yeah, cunt!" Oh god, that's really funny. I could just imagine that like in the streets of Japan and then like a group of Aussies just walk through. Yeah, the Japanese are probably like, holy fuck, open a server again. Oh, the good old Japanese xenophobia. Never lets you down, gives you a good chuckle, and then you wipe the tear out of your eye and you're like, you know what? I think I've had a good time. I feel like ignoring people is probably the way to go for them. We do have some Japanese people on this server as well. I think one of them was actually... Because they do have some like Japanese only FCs around the place as well. At least I think they do. I know I've seen a couple. Nah, they don't hate the Aussies, it's just like the quiet. Nah, that was kind of my assumption, was like, yeah, it's because Aussies can be loud. Not so much hate, but more so just, well, the copium is database travel. Yeah, that's true. The copium is real. Gotta be huffing on that stuff. I thought that was available though. Or am I missing something?
Oh, thank heavens you're here.
God knows, but when I believe it'll happen. I'm gonna Google this. Hold on. Wait. Not yet. Hold on, wait. DC travel. I thought I read something, but maybe I've just gone insane because I've had too many crazy pills. FF14 DC travel. I thought they did. Data Center travel detailed patch. Patch 6.18. Okay, so it's in a later patch that's coming in. This was reported March 4th. Give me a sec. Okay. Oh, that is neat. Okay, so what's gonna happen? And they haven't done this yet, so take this with a grain of salt. Is 6.2 is when they're going to do it. So apparently by patch 6.2, we are going to be able to have cross-world link shells, so people can join from other data centers to do the same duties that you're doing. And 6.18 is supposed to introduce DC travel. I genuinely feel like I've joined in at just the right time into this game, where now all of the stuff that we kind of expected would be here would be joining in. Or the stuff that would be... crap. I just like flipped on my words just now. The stuff that you would think that they would add in, they're starting to add in. Yeah, at any rate, there will be ways to get friends to help in future. Oh, sure. I sure hope so, man.
What?
So you're not like building a castle on sand, and then it all just gets washed
It all
away.
began after the events at Mount. With Lord Forthry out of the way, we all agreed that a new leader must be chosen.
And so you held an election?
Yes, well, sort of. Not a single person volunteered to stand, you see.
Right now I've got multiple characters because I want to play with people on another NA data center. I do want to play with other people on other data centers for sure, but I don't think it's ever been worth me actually making another character all just for that. Like PvP, for instance.
Nevertheless, Yulmore could not well do without a leader, and so we decided that anyone and everyone should be considered a candidate. And after we cast our ballots and tallied the votes...
At the very least, you can house yourself in a single one.
Well, given the manner in
Well, I'll
which
tell you why I
orchestrated
did
the
it.
construction of the giant tower,
Yeah, no, do let me know. Like, I would be interested to know why you did it.
But even before then, he had proven himself at Daedalus Stoneworks, don't forget. He's more than qualified for the role. The perfect choice.
Okay, so it's considered the RP data center on NA. I feel like they must be going pretty hard on, like, role-playing, to be honest.
Indeed.
And people make...
I told him
characters
as much when
there
his
just to mess around.
victory was first announced.
But isn't that the fun of MMOs? So there's a ton of noob characters. So it's fun to play an old there. Ah, okay.
Perhaps
That
I was
makes
too
sense.
forceful in my attempt to encourage him. For shortly after that, he vanished.
Though I feel like it doesn't take long to get from being a noob to being pretty much an expert. Like, I feel like I'm still very much a beginner, but I'm still able to, you know, get through some savage stuff. Seriously, on Ether, not Crystal. Nah, that makes sense. Being able to play seriously on one DC, but then just kind of being able to sort of just mess around on another, which that's absolutely fair. You know,
please, lady.
Hi. Hi, Edo. Ooh, I think you need a break, Melon Slapper. I think you need a break. Get some water, touch some grass. I'll be right here for you.
You truly think so?
Oh god, that's hilarious.
What about you?
Hi, Edo.
What do you think has become of my husband?
I immediately thought artists, and then when I reread what you said, and I was like, hold on, am I reading this right? Oh, that's hilarious. That is funny though. That is funny. That made my evening.
And there you have it, Lady Chai. You needn't worry. Master Chai loves you more than all the world, and he will...
Still, like, what's the difference between playing like seriously and just like bumming around doing stuff? Because I feel like
we will find him.
I feel like for me there isn't really much of a difference between those two things, because like currently I am bumming around, but also like trying to get through and do things on like higher difficulties.
Thank you, my
The patrol
dear
saint
boy.
of
You
Ether
have
is a
set
bald
my
bearded
mind
man
at ease. I
who
will
screams into the
trust in my
microphone and physically
husband
rings a
and
bell
await his
at a
return.
webcam. Seeing us on Twitch. Oh no, I was just asking like what's the difference between playing seriously and sort of just bumming around. Not bumming around, but like just messing around. When playing a game like this, because I feel like there's not really much of a difference for me. If that sounds like it makes sense. Ooh, what did I get? Potato salad. I'm just gonna go with the gold piece, the silver piece, I mean, or whatever, the sellable thing. Alpha no. Playing seriously as in spending time getting gear and doing savage and stuff, maybe EV, and trying to get good passes. I feel like gear hasn't really been that much of a worry for me, where Crystal is like standing around emoting in houses. I don't think that just like standing around and emoting in houses sounds fun. Surely I can't be the crazy one. Like, maybe I just don't have any friends. Oh, that's a kick in the balls and a half. I feel like if I actually like had more people that I kind of knew personally that was playing, that might be a lot more fun. But then again, I probably look pretty like out there. It's not fun for me, but I like watching some of them on YouTube. People build insane. Oh, yo, actually, you know what? That can be pretty fun because every Friday night there's fill them up with 40-year-old men playing cat girls. Oh god, that's an image. Now for me, like every Friday night on in Sofia, which is here, like there's always a just like insane dance parties going on Friday and Saturday night. I absolutely forgot about that. Holy cow. Now that you mentioned that, damn it, I was about to call you Monkey Slapper. Melon Slapper. Now that you mentioned that, like, yeah, that actually makes that makes a strange amount of sense. The Glory Gate. And there's one here, the Bureau of Immigration. Glory Gates. Here we go. Server is like this stream. In that you get to know people. It legitimately is cool you get to know people because I just randomly joined an FC that I just received an invite for because I had no idea how to join an FC. And now that I'm part of one, like, you know, they're like willing to help me out with stuff. I'm getting to know them. They're getting to know me. It's all good all around, really. I think it's like you say, you get to know people. Let's see, the derelicts, so just outside, I reckon. Hopefully you're enjoying the stream so far, though. I mean, not much in relation to the story so far, but, you know, we're having a good time. Just talking about random junk and just kind of putting our feet up. Just is sometimes hard to round up to. Oh, 100%. Getting 24 people. I think when we did Dunscath, I think I got lucky with that one. Whereas other people are just like using Duty Finder to find more people. In fact, no one is joining Eden's Gate right now. Eden's Gate Sepulture. Let's get this information to Alphino so we can tell him about all the problems going on and what a good leader might want to fix. I wish Alliance raids and other types of raids could be done through the trust system, like how we've got the MSQ raids. It would be neat. But then again, that would also kind of kill a bit of the fun of doing those raids with people. I think the last story-based raid that I did, I ended up doing it through not Duty Finder. I did it through Duty Support. Yeah, the Grand Cosmos. Yeah. Cause like nobody was joining, even though I needed like 4 people to do it. I'm still surprised at how hard it got. Yeah, it's less of an experience with bots sometimes. Oh, it's way less of an experience. Come to think of it, I think there's actually a Chivo in the game that requires me to get some of the bots to level 90, I think. Hold on. I need to look this up. Because, like, even though I'm playing this game for quite some time, I'm still an achievement hunter at the end of the day. So, we have... Achieve Trust Level 90 with Alphino, Alize, Thancred, Urianger, Y'shtola, Gratia, and Estinian. So reaching level 90 through Trust, that's gonna take a while. Yeah, because everyone's level 71. I suppose Reen doesn't count. It counts everyone else. That's going to be a grind for another day. Wait, what is the done? Is the Grand Cosmos Engine? Yeah, it is. No worries, man. Let me know when you're back. Where are we going? We're talking to Hastelaw. I don't remember this guy. He's outside right, which is... Okay, it's near here. So at the moment I'm here right now. Hold on. So it should be around here. And Vol3 thought to taking more from us, conscripting the few able-bodied men we have left to guard its paradise. Ah, good old Vol3. Nothing like giving us a bit of pain. Come to think of it, come to think of it, it should be alright. So we're going to speak with Alphino at here. Might be easy if I go to, what's the closest? I'm better off flying from here. Where's the bird? My white lanner mount. Hell yeah. I wonder if I can, I wonder how high I can go. Oh wow, I can go pretty damn high. Jesus. I mean, I knew I needed to go high, but I didn't think I was gonna be able to fly there. That's insane. Oh, come to think of it. Let's see, what's the recommended leaves I can do for my... what's the recommended leaves for Alchemist at level 30... What level am I? 32. Central Corinthian, wait, no. Corthus? Whatever. Corthus. Somewhere around here. Let's go, Central or Western? Let's go Western. I think I went to Central and I didn't find what I was looking for. Observatorium. Seems to be around here, I think, isn't it? That's the Dravanian hinterlands. Where does this lead? Foundation, okay. And then that's central. And this observatorium would be here. FF14 leaves locations, and that's for Alchemist. Boom. Wait, so do I actually have to go inside of the observatorium? Because it doesn't look like there's anything there. Maybe I'm imagining things. Let me see if I can get inside of it, actually. That might be easier said than done. Observatorium. Let me jump on good old... A part of Alexander. There we go. God, I love this map. It looks cool. And also, I'm just barely hanging on as it is. Something about snowy areas is kind of just as nice as like a beach location. Being able to see like the ocean with like a bit of sand. It's just a nice view all around, really. Ooh, I wonder if I can actually get on the roof of the observatorium. Oh, actually, yeah, I should be able to do that. Easy. If I just... Oh, crap. Hi. There we go. And then, boom. Now, we just need to get inside somehow. Oh. Nope, down, damn you. I don't even know what's going on anymore. Oh, crap. Okay. I think I can just... do that. I don't think dropping from here is a good idea. I could fly though. Oh crap. Nailed it. That's guild heist, not leaves. Grand Company leaves though. Good to have you back, monkey. Melon slapper. Why do I keep saying monkey? God damn it. I feel like my brain is just going on shutdown mode. Speaking of which, I don't know if you heard Melis level, but yeah, Grand Cosmos is a dungeon. For sure. Modify leaves. Looks like my game audio is just kind of fumbled out. I'll just, oh, someone bought one of my things. Sweet. Thank goodness I put it at Limsa, because I feel like more people pass through there than I ever expected. Let's go audio capture. There we go. Better. I'm trying to remember where the observatorium is, but I can't seem to figure it out for some reason. I'm sure it's somewhere around here. Maybe. Why am I looking at the wrong place? The observatorium. Behemoth's Dominion. Snowcloak. White Brim, and then if I go down this way, then where does that lead me? Boulder Downs and... That's Guild Heist. Oh, Leaves of the Observatorium. I haven't done that quest. That's why I can't find the... Oh my god, I feel like an insane person now. The leave meat was right here this whole time. God, I feel like an insane person. Okay. Anyways. Sassy Bessie. Just do this real quick. The Madrid leather coat of striking put up for sale in Limsa market has sold for after fees. Okay. Now I need to go to Saving Bessie. There we go. What are leaves? Leaves are pretty much like quests that you get. I think it might be easy if I bring up my journal. So at the bottom it says how many quests I've got, and you can have up to 30. Now leave quests are pretty much like the easiest way to level up any of your classes that isn't a DOM or a DOW class. So DOM being Disciple of War or Disciple of Magic. So any crafting class or gathering class, if you want to level those up, leave quests are the way to go. And essentially you get 3 leaves per 12 hours. So you can get a maximum of 6 leaves each day to accomplish. Because if they gave you too many, everyone would over level themselves to max very quickly. So it's just quests that you are given an allowance to do. And the only way to do them is to talk to people called leave meets. I keep calling them level quests rather than leave quests because I just chucked the L on there because that's all I really use it for. It's an interesting concept, but yeah, they piecemeal it to you 6 quests a day to kind of not allow people to abuse them for easy XP or anything like that. Even though the stuff that they ask for is quite easy. And depending on what kind of class you have, some are easier than others, and of course, the further you get, or the higher the level the leave quests you do, the difficult it's meant to get. But there are some that are very easy. You can kind of like Google up what easy ones there are for your particular class you're trying to accomplish. And of course, if you fail a leave, you need to use one of your allowances to redo them. So I'm here right now where I should be to trigger this, so now I can just initiate the quest. Use fillet to Baratine croc meat obtained from snapjaws on prime locations. Okay, so I have to kill snapjaws to get an item and then use it on those locations. Let me try here. Oh, there's red Avis. Thank goodness, we found a red Avis. Jesus, that. We just need to find and kill one more. But yeah, I made a bunch of paralyzing potions to level up my alchemist. And the amount of XP that I'm going to get, you're going to see, is absolutely insane because currently we've got Road to 80 active. And that's double XP for any classes you've got that's less than level 80. He sends a red Avis. Where? Red Avis, where are you? Maybe lurking nearby. Or maybe I'm getting closer and that wasn't the spot to get one from. Ah, here we go. Red Avis. Boom. Dead. So now I can just go back. And whenever you finish a leave quest, you can return to the nearest leave meet pretty much just instantly like how I just did. So I can now talk to this guy and be like, yep, I've done your thing, you can give me the XP, and I'm all happy. Now if I change my class to say one that's less than 80, let's go with Dancer, because I don't have any good equipment for him. So if I go through like the battle leaves, you can see you get about a few thousand XP for those. For Fieldcraft, you get like 100,000. The only time I've ever interacted with any leaves was doing relics, and I immediately forgot about them afterwards. That's fair enough. That's fair enough. Like, I think many people would. But yeah, the difference in XP you can get is insane. Like 100,000 XP for Fieldcrafts. And for Tradecraft, I think if I go to Alchemist... Ah, it's not there, what the heck? Give me a sec. Culinarian is there. Tradecraft. How much do you get for Culinarian? It's about 1,000. It's only 1,000 because mine is already level 80. Yeah, there should have been one for... Unless I'm missing Fort of Fear, Grand Company Leaves, Leave Meat, and Guild Heist. Strange, I thought there would be one for, maybe if I switch to Alchemist, and then talk to Tradecraft, Alchemist, nothing. Strange. I thought this person would have the leave, the thing that I was after. Hold up. Here we go, Alchemist Leave quests. That's what I'm looking for. Because I want to get my Alchemist level up now that I've got a handful of levels at 80 anyways. $26, $28. Okay, so if I look at the map, 26, 28. Yeah, I'm at the spot. Strange. Hold on, 26, 28, paralyzing potion. Or am I just not a high enough level for it to come up? And I need to do other leave quests instead. Well, that kind of sucks. Let's go back to Eastern La Nocia in Costa del Sol and see if I can find anything. Because I figured I'd use up my actual leave quest balance while I've got it. Did you ever do the Hellbrand questline? I don't think I did. What level is that questline? Because I'd be curious to know. Hildebrand. Because I don't recognize it off by name. Oh no, not Reaper. I want to pick... Where's my gun? Jeez, I can't see. I've got like the TV at a massive angle. Hildebrand questline. FF14. Mandeville. No, I haven't done this one yet. Oh, okay, it's a level 50 quest line. Battle in Big Keep, the Dragon's Neck, Battle on Big Bridge. Okay, there's some Battle in Big Keep. Okay, so this was introduced later on. Oh, and there's like a handful of trials as well. Oh, Gilgamesh and Enkidu. Okay. It's been a while since I've heard those names. Actually unlocks a trial, but sort of joke trial. Because there's that, and there's another group of, like, because once I've done all of this, I'm going to, like, just before I hit, what's it called, Endwalker, I'm going to look up every trial in the game and see if I've unlocked all of them. And if I haven't, I'm going to go through and try those. And if it's like a level 50 or a level 61, I'll probably like just do it solo. Because I feel like that's not going to be that hard. Anyway, I'm probably just going to go back onto the MSQ and I'll just handle the leave quests after stream. Yeah, you can solo them. That's going to be my intention, unless I can get like a tank to like level 50 or not level 50, level 80 or 90. Because I'm going to be like way strong to do that. I can just do that unsynced. But again, that's the plan, is what I'm thinking right now. I'm sure there's like a lot of stuff that I've missed. But then again, there's also a lot that I've hit on anyways. I doubt that there's going to be like a savage version of those quests or something like that. But yeah, they will appear in Trial Roulette afterwards though. I mean, that's not really much of an issue. It's going to be fun to add more to the roulette. But there are some that get added to the roulette that I just never see. Like, for instance, the I always get the World of Darkness for Alliance raids or Crystal Tower. You don't usually get to see like Dunscath or any of the other ones. Like at the moment how I'm trying to get Tower at Paradigm's Breach. I doubt anyone's going to be doing that. Oh no, Brave New World. Whoops. Where am I going to? Jesus. Wrong way. That was not my intention. I was meant to go to... Duty Finder. Whoops, no. Journal, there we go. For the people, map. Okay, I've been going the wrong way this whole time. Sweet. Good to know. I was like following the single individual marker that's on my map, and I'm like, I'm sure I'm going the right way. Nope, this took me to my side, the side mission that I've got up. Though I genuinely hope that like say Eden's Gate and stuff would be part of the trial roulette, but again, I guess we don't have enough people that are far enough in to be able to, you know, see that happen. Okay. China's. Where is he? The coward, he hides right behind here. They are normal raid roulette, not trial. Oh yeah, that's true. That was added in after 6.1, if I remember right, because they weren't there before. I think they should just call it trial raid roulette instead of normal raid roulette, because unless they plan to add one called savage raid roulette or something like that. Because I think the one I've seen most often under normal raid roulette was the burden of the father. Yeah, burden of the father on normal. But I've already done that on savage, so I'm just like happy with that. Total gamer moment right there. I tried to solo that. That was wild. Granted, at the time I was like level 70. This is way under leveled than what I am at the moment. I might be wrong, but I think Alexander gets introduced to you at the MSQ. So Alexander doesn't get introduced at the end of MSQ. So more people might go into him, or maybe I'm wrong. Now, for Alexander, like after you finish Heaven's Ward, there's like a bit of like an earthquake going on around, you know, where Alexander is near Idyllicia. They just have like a bit of a hint to Alexander, just like how at the end of Shadowbringers, Reen and what's his face goes into the empty, and then that's when they find Eden. But you don't know about Eden until you actually take up the side quest for it. So it all kind of falls in on itself, like how Omega gets shot out to fight Shinryu, and you fight and beat Shinryu at the end of the Stormblood expansion. Of course, before you finish the whole expansion fighting Xenos Galvus, but there's a side quest line that takes you to where Omega landed after we, you know, triggered his use. So I suppose they do get introduced in the MSQ, but if you wanted to go further, you would have to go through like the side quests and unlock the trials for it. I'm actually quite surprised Alexander even came up, you know, in that roulette. And hell, not a lot of people are actually that far into MSQ. Is one thing I've noticed on this DC. Yeah, so the rise of... You don't see Alexander rise, you just see Alexander. Because, the location that he is at, if you see any cutscene of Alexander, I would say that's the last one you see in part of the last cutscene of the Heaven's Ward storyline. That's what I would say. Because I remember it, like, even though it's been a while since I saw it. They always do that. Like at the end of the storyline, they're like hinting at like the next series of raids, with like a minor cutscene, at the end, which I thought was actually like kind of funny to be like, because I wondered what happened to Alexander until I looked into the quest line, the side quest line, and I was like, oh, so that's what they were hinting at. But like every cutscene in like all the side stories don't have any voice acting, which is kind of unfortunate. Would have been nice if we had a few, but the amount of thought and writing put into even those side quest lines were incredibly well done. Ooh, there's some more parties recruiting. I have to like keep checking the side parties just to see if there isn't anything that I'm already wanting to do or get my hands on. 10 runs and then disband. Come for a chance at the mount. I wonder what duty this is. Must be a Savage one. Some of the trial voice acting in Shadowbringers is great. No, Shadowbringers is absolutely amazing. Forget the voice acting. Shadowbringers is just top notch, 10 out of 10 stuff, and I feel like all of the heavy lifting is done specifically at the end. But yeah, no, like Shadowbringers, man, let me tell you, holy cow, I enjoyed it so very, very much. I was at a loss for words. I think on my YouTube I still got because at the moment I'm streaming on both Twitch and YouTube, and I think I still got like my 5-hour stream of like me finishing Shadowbringers. God, it was so good. I mean, I don't know if you'll agree, Melon Slapper. Would you say that Shadowbringers, the ending of Shadowbringers was just too good? Like, would you say it's a 10 out of 10 as well? Because I would be very interested. I feel like a lot of people just universally agree. But then again, I haven't seen anyone who has disagreed with that so far. To pit 8. Where was pit 8? Oh gee. Pit 8. There we go, for the people. This will sound retired, but reminded me of the Europeans in the 1700s view the opera. As in the way it was presented, because you're not wrong about that. It definitely had very much a more theatrical feel to it. Opera overwhelmed the senses of the watcher. Honestly, I think every little bit and gave them a feeling of transcendence. Ooh, transcendence, that's a good way of putting it. No, you're not wrong in saying that. Again, it depends on who you ask, you'll get a different answer, I feel like.
Well, it's you.
Oh, this guy.
I see you've invited your friends. Need them to fight your battles for you, do? No, I didn't invite them, as it happens. Though they are indeed my friends.
But it is still wild. Like you just don't know what to expect, and then when it finally happens, you're just like, man, this is wild. This is crazy, and I absolutely love it.
The famous warriors of darkness. Are they now?
It was probably the coolest gaming experience I had in a simpler way to say it. 100%.
No exaggeration to
It's good to hear that you agree as well.
We owe much and more to their kindness, but we cannot depend on.
I think the irony of playing as a as a Reaper just really added to it. At least for me. Maybe I just so happened to kind of. I feel like it just kind of ended up adding all together. The opera thing is true for video games.
We must learn to stand on our own 2 feet.
I guess so. Video games being modern opera. Yeah, Reaper. God,
Here,
I
here,
love the
Master
Reaper
Chai.
so much. Holy crap. Like, it's my favorite DPS class, if not for
Sentiments are
the
admirable,
Summoner
yet admirable
and
sentiments do not a
maybe
nation make.
the... Because with the Summoner, you can summon a literal Bahamut and Phoenix. Which is, again, another, like, crazy thing.
In my capacity as advisor, I once strove to build a better
Repo Dark Knight playthrough of
Raised
Shadowbringers is
honest counsel
a
of my
pretty thing for
superiors, drafted laws for the benefit of one and all.
What's unfortunate is that Reaper was added as part of Endwalker and not Shadowbringers.
But
Man,
in
they really
time,
should have brought
my
it in.
values fell out of favor.
Because Vorthri's right hand man was he was a Reaper as well.
And so I left my home. But you, Chai News, you were content to wallow in indolence under Vorthri's auspices. And so I cannot help but ask myself what manner of nation you intend to build.
That's a hell of a foreshadowing though.
I
Because like every character that you fight or fight against or fight as are part of a particular class at the end of the day.
But this much I will say. It is my hope that Yulmore can become a nation which her citizens might freely choose to build together. A great many people, myself included, flocked to Yulmore seeking sanctuary. The alternative being to live in fear and die in pain. Seemed an easy and sanctuary we found. As much food
The more
and
Chai
drink
talks,
as
the
we could
more
ever
he
want.
seems like a good leader for
Secured
Yulmore,
at
to
the
be
cost
honest.
of the surrounding villages.
You know, sort of post
Free or
Vorthri
blind to it all,
really
of
tearing
course.
things up.
Content to, as you say, wallow in indolence. Were I mayor, I would first take stock of the city's resources and see that they were assigned reckless consumption behind us. The distinction between free and bonded died forth. The needs of rich and poor alike must be if is to survive. To which end I would take steps to secure channels for supplies, rekindle relations with nearby settlements, who re-establish industry, reach out to neighboring nations. But I am no ruler, nor even a politician. I am an entrepreneur. My expertise lie in planning and profit. I haven't the knowledge or experience to run a nation. Please, Rendon, will you not help me?
You need all the help you can get when it comes to running a whole city.
Yulmore. I rather like the sound.
I could see the number of people who were like queued onto
You would.
Paradigm's Breach just like dropping away and then like increasing again and then just dropping again. Hard to get a good number of people, to be honest, for story completion, I mean. And for Eden, we've only got 4 people at the moment. And for like Eden's Gate is even worse. Like I think no one has actually queued for Eden's Gate. I've been lucky to get as far as I have, really. Maybe I'm better off leaving it for like the weekend in the evening or something. Alright, what's going on here? Honestly, I just queue like pretty much the entire day. Again, my sole intention isn't just to do those, but I do want to, at the very least, you know, see them to the end. And then party find a Savage afterwards. I don't think I can get Paradigm's Beach to pop as a DPS. Non-peak times on NA server. Even on peak times, like, I don't think we could get Paradigm's Breach either. Because again, we don't have that many people. And then how many people have actually made it that far that they've completed the first two? Maybe you can do that on the Japanese servers. I haven't tried. Well, as soon as like the cross DC travel becomes available, I'm 100% trying that. I would absolutely love to like run around the Japanese servers and look like an absolute nobbit, waving my arms around, yelling at just random people. Cause why the hell not, you know? I'll be one of those Aussie dudes that's just like, yeah, let's start making some noise. Oh, actually, come to think of it, do I have any new mounts from before? I don't. Do I? Mana cutter. Nah. I suspect they can find 24 people. Not just 6 healers and 3 tanks or whatever it is. The 24 people it probably has. I reckon. I think the whole population of our entire data DC is pretty much 24 people. I wouldn't be surprised. 24. Also, the other ones I did earlier were all done through Party Finder with like maybe 20 people. 18 to 20 people. Unsynced, of course. I wonder when 6.2 is gonna drop, because 6.1 dropped a few weeks ago, a couple weeks ago I mean, so 6.2 is probably not gonna drop until like June, I want to say. And by that time they would have also dropped the new what's it called? The new Alliance raid. At least I assume they're dropping a new Alliance raid, only because there's a Chivo that's unearnable on the PS5 version at the moment. And there's no like description and no name for it, but usually that's where you'd find usually that last Chivo relates to completion of a Alliance raid and not just like a normal raid or anything. Oh, okay. So give the signal. He's sneaking up to a random Talos that is malfunctioning. I feel like I've just not been following like the story as much as I probably should have. How many more Telosses are we gonna need? Oh, another one? I think 3 is gonna be the charm, I think. That's a different looking Telos. At least that one looks different from the other ones, I think. Oh no, they all look the same. Maybe I'm just imagining things. I'm just gonna play through a couple more MSQ before I end the stream. I've been going for a couple hours, and I wasn't intending on going for too long, anyways. Vows of Virtue, Deeds of Cruelty is the quest that I'm wanting to finish. Okay, so this entire time we've been trying to get help, mostly from Rendon for being able to kind of like help out as like in a more advisory role, pretty much, so that Chai can actually like be the new mayor of Yulmore. That's insane. So that's, I guess, what happens when you leave like a vacuum of power, right? Where someone needs to step up. Otherwise it turns into like another ISIS or something.
Right. Right then. Form a line and make for Yulmore.
Man, that's a hell of a view though. A nice view. A nice view. Well, I'm still surprised that, you know, the slums are still around. I wonder how they're going to really sort of like change the area around here.
Wicked White! Runaway Talos! Call the...
Run away. Oh yeah, they're freaking out.
Stay back! All of you!
Oh, that's Dulia.
Darling, you're back.
I didn't think I would actually hear her voice again.
But of course I'm back. You didn't see it.
Dear! Dearest, I can't...
That seems painful. And out goes his back.
Oh, oh dear.
Oh, he's out cold. Oof, that bone cracking sound wasn't great. That's less than ideal.
sight of you filled me with such joy.
Still though, I wonder how the story's going to end up with the Paradigm's Breach and the
Does that mean you...
Eden storylines. I'm very interested. Like, I want to see
I mean, I'm not
the characters that we meet, the events that happen. Like, I'm in it for the long haul, sure.
Oh, naught can be further from the truth.
So why not try and get as much out of it as I can?
And now that I have it, I believe I am...
Of course, preferably without going into any spoilers, but and then of course I'm going to try and do the Savage stuff as well. Oh, jeez, I feel like I can't stop thinking about how difficult the Savage versions are going to be.
Please.
Rendon. Still no one has joined in the Eden's Gate. God damn. And that's only like the 4th one of the 12. Of the 12 raids. Going at it solo is suicide, knowing that it's a level 80 boss fight. Even as a single level 90 is gonna very much struggle unless I somehow play as a tank. I suppose that in and of itself is complete madness in a way. Understory, Canopy, Yulmore. Actually, what do I have on my journal right now? Super Seismic, which is the thing. Brave New World, which is, yeah, Paradigm's Breach, and yeah. I'm not sure you can solo Eden yet. Haven't tried. Nah, I doubt it. Like, we struggled on like level 70 Savage. Level 80 normal is going to be tough, I'm sure. I might try, but I'm not expecting it to end well for me. Actually, I might try before I finish this stream. I'll have like a single go at it. I'm pretty sure it's not going to end well, but you know, bug it if I know. I'm going to be playing as a DPS as well, because none of my other classes are any good. Or leveled well.
Go on, dear.
Oh, public speaking. Definitely something I'm not a fan of.
Thank you all for gathering here today.
Thanks for the follow, Black
Before we
Blackie
go any further,
Melon Slapper. I was about to say monkey again, Jesus Christ.
Can I ask the free citizens of Yulmore to look around?
I'm surprised it didn't come up on the... Oh, maybe it did come up and I just... my computer's on mute, that's why. So I wouldn't have heard the sound. Sorry about that, that was like 7 minutes ago.
Tis a sight none of us would ever have seen under Lord Forthry's rule. Not only do we stand in the familiar...
I feel like more people are also playing mostly the newer content as well. Which makes sense. I believe that.
But today, we welcome the peoples of the Derelicts and Gate Town 2.
Derelicts in Gate Town.
Today we welcome the Warriors of Darkness, come to bear witness to Yulmore's new beginning.
Did we ever give away who we were? Actually, no. I'm pretty sure we
As you
didn't.
know,
At least I hope we
an
didn't.
election was recently held, at the end of which I had the... You place great faith in me, and I promise to do my utmost to live up to your...
Elections are the way to go. Let the people speak.
Always, I say.
Depending on where you're from, though, that might not be a good idea.
No longer can we think of ourselves as divided. The systems put in place by Lord Vorthry must be undone.
And that is what change looks like,
The
people.
answer
What
may be
Chai is saying right now, that is change
cannot
right
be
there.
decided by one man alone. However, securing new sources of food, rebuilding relations with our neighbors, re-establishing industry. Too much for a mere man of business. The road before us will not be.
When has anything ever been easy? We've been like tossed around left and right and, you know, sent to another world after touching like a key,
This much we owe to our...
banging our head against the wall multiple times, getting under control, and nearly getting killed by literally everything that exists.
Until then,
I don't think things have really been easy up until now, and I don't think they're going to be any easier moving forward. It's crazy to think just how many like different storylines there are and like just the insane amount of content that's in this game. I'm still reeling back from it, but the thing is, it's been around for about a decade now anyways. Well, maybe not live for an entire decade, but it's bloody well close enough. Clap, 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 clap. I wonder when Road to 80 is going to stop being a thing. I think maybe like next week or something like that. That, the person behind the counter looks oddly like, Yustola for some reason. Maybe I'm just imagining things. Oh, now she's disappeared. Where the heck did she go? Oh yeah, there she is. Ooh. Ah, my butt's sticking to the chair. God damn. It's good to see like these whole events kind of like tie up a little bit, because like one of the most obvious things at the end of not at the end of Shadowbringers per se, but like close to the end is like the power vacuum that was left behind by Vorthry's defeat. And I mean, Mount Gulg was a hell of a dungeon as well. That was a fun time. Too bad that most people just haven't, you know, really played up as far to be able to see these, to be, you know, to have seen like the story get to like what I think is an apex. But it also makes me wonder just how far many people have gotten. Like, if I had numbers of that, that would be cool to know. Legitimately speaking. Vows of virtue, deeds of cruelty. Time to go back to the Exarch. To the Crystarium. I'm surprised that Norvrad has so many Aetherite locations compared to like other places and crap, what's it called? And other expansions. But maybe because it's all in one massive list, it looks bigger than it feels like. Crystarium Gatekeep. Some considerable soul searching. Yeah, I think that's putting it lightly. I feel like you really need to go out and, you know, find yourself a little bit, though I suppose that's the point of soul searching. You need to go out, touch some grass, breathe in some air and be like, man, what do I want to be? What do I want to do? Shedding of these fleshy simulacra. This sometimes having some voice acting would be nice, but just saying. So comprising, not compromising the link between soul and flesh would not be ideal. Mind and soul may be transported together. The raw eye of the elegant Imperial line. Yeah. That's gonna be fun. Using ancient technology, of all things. Big leave to relay our findings to Thancred and Green. And to assist in the empty. And that investigation in the empty is happening simultaneously with that's the Eden storyline stuff. Speak with Tar. Where is she? She is in Revenant's Toll. All the way in Mordona. Rather than being in a completely different world altogether. I feel like I'm getting very close to finishing this quest. Methinks. To the Rising Stones. Seeing Tatari cry is like one of those things you wish you kind of never saw. Ugh. yeah, I think I'll probably sit through those cutscenes after in the stream. So let's see if I can try and do Eden's Gate solo, specifically Sepulture, which is the one that I'm wanting to do. So I'm just gonna withdraw. And I'm gonna equip myself with my Reaper stuff, because all of my Reaper equipment is all like level 80. That's why I kind of wanted to reach level 90, but I mean, not just reach level 90, but also to reach the end of Endwalker and, you know, use those elegant tomestones to get level 90 equipment. But let's see how this goes. I'm not confident, but it's worth a try. Item level 519. Is there a limit on this? Average item level 435. Yeah, I'm well higher than that. Well over that. Level 80. Okay. Let's do this. Unrestricted party. Confirm. And Eden's Gate Sepulture. Join. Commence. I don't even know what I'm up against. Actually, if I'm being completely honest, I don't know what I'm up against, and I don't know what the strats are going to be for this. Because there could be some insta-wipe mechanics, and I wouldn't have even thought otherwise. Oh, actually, I'm up against Titan. Yeah. Like a stronger version of Titan, just like how I was up against a stronger version of crap, what's his name? The water thing. I am an idiot. I can't remember. Anyway. I'm nervous. Okay, let's do this. He's doing a lot of damage and I'm barely doing any. Yeah, I don't think I'd be able to do this unless I was oh crap. Here we go. And then it's there's gonna be a lot of earthquake dodging, I feel like. Stone Crusher. Yeah, I got wiped. I'm definitely going to need to do this as part of a team for sure. It was worth a try though. Though I wasn't expecting much. Anyway, I think I'm just going to turn the unrestricted party off. And just go confirm. Yeah, it should be alright. Yep. There's a lot of cutscenes that are going to play. And my butt's sticking to the chair, so I guess that means it's probably time to end the stream. But yeah, no, thanks for joining, Melon Slapper. It was good seeing you in the chat, and hopefully we had a good chat as well. But yeah, I'm probably gonna stream again in a couple of days' time. I was going to yesterday, but then because it was a long weekend, I was like, you know what? Probably gonna sleep, or do some, like, just, you know, play by myself for a little bit. Probably didn't feel like I had to stream, but yeah. So I guess with all that said and done, thanks for joining, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.